Okay, so now I probably should explain a little bit about the series. So, this is Crystal... Oh, no. Oh, no. So, this series... So, while I'm running from all the mobs, I'll explain the series. So, the series is called Crystalcraft. Yes, it is basically your direct Hermitcraft parody, but it's on Bedrock Edition, because some of us are on console. For example, Max and Sarah are both console players, and a couple other members that weren't able to make it for the kind of opening. But we do all have pretty good, well, some of us have decent Minecraft skills. I need to deal with my sounds, but I'm going to deal with that when it comes to day, and I don't have to try to escape all the mobs. So, photographer, don't care. This is going to be a useful base, so we'll come up here. So it is kind of nice how I already have an orange bed, because I kind of am going for kind of a base futuristic kind of idea for my base. Kind of futuristic, kind of not futuristic, kind of more dystopian if anything, but it's going to require us having a couple of dies, and Ethan's chasing me again. Ethan, I don't care about you, dude. Oh no. Don't explode. It exploded. Whatever, it's fine. Doesn't have too much impact on me. All that I know is I want the potatoes. We need some sort of early game food source, and I'm picking potatoes. Is that a camel? Ooh. That could be... That is really funny how it doesn't all spawn in this village, but... Not too bad. Okay, never mind. It wasn't Ethan, it was Max. I'm not joining his VC. But I will just do this then, so... I'm gonna grab some more of this hay. And then we're gonna take the camel, and we'll be right away into, I guess, would be the sunrise. I'll explain a little bit more about the series. So, essentially, with this series, there's kind of a couple main things we're going to be doing. One, it is very similar to Hermitcraft, so if you're familiar with that series, well, congratulations, you already probably know a good chunk of what could come from this series. Essentially, one of the main things from the series is we're all going to be building base... Oh, there is single-player sleep. That's nice. I'm not going to question what he put in chat there, but whatever. Yes, a couple of us are more interesting people, as you possibly can see by that. But we are more or less going to be worrying about our kind of own stuff. And kind of our initial thing of things I want to do is pretty quickly get bees. Well, my base is kind of decently and heavily inspired from Exhumavoid's base from Hermitcraft Season 7. The Buzzy Bee, which happened to also correspond with the Buzzy Bees. So, bees, think of futuristic, plus bees, kind of think of something like along the lines of that. So, we have decent things to do there. And if I can set up a good bee farm in the next kind of couple of days of the server, we'll then be able to sell honey and honeycomb, which is kind of my goal, which would be very, very nice. So, oh my gosh, this guy is just chasing me, dude. Bruh. Like, dude, can you get your own life, please? I'm just trying to get some things, man. We may set up here, or we may set up close to here at least, because I will need villagers decently early on with some things. Okay, that's nice. We got some carrots. That's good. Not a whole lot of carrots, but I can work with this. So, what else am I kind of going to be needing over the next little bit here? Not completely sure. I haven't given everything a thought, because that would be a lot for something we haven't even started yet, but... Why is he giving me a bed? I don't need a bed. He can have those hay bales. We have nearly a stack ourselves, so we're good there. So wherever my camel went... Where did my camel go? There's my camel. Okay. So, Which way do we think would be best set up? I think this way, kind of more towards the ocean over here would be best, considering I do see, I believe that's a shipwreck right over there. But a couple shipwrecks by the looks of it, I'm not complaining about that. Some pumpkins as well, those will be useful for a little bit here. But essentially, we do have some kind of main immediate goals. One of them is kind of set up a starter base, and we are going to need a lot of sand and gravel. So kind of having a desert nearby is really, really nice. So this is... Sorry, camel. Now this is, I believe, full survival world. There may be... I don't believe there's texture packs. I believe it's just pure vanilla. So we don't really have access to things like, Oh no, that's a ruined portal, actually. Okay. I'll swim over to it, and then we will probably start setting up a base soon. And it's day 2 on the server now. I've done some work off camera. Yeah, Max is just behind me. He's setting up his base right over there. Hold up, let me show you. So he's just kind of setting up his base over here. He's just making a massive hole and then doing something in it. I don't know. All that I know is I've been doing some work off camera, getting some resources. I managed to get a skull catalyst, which is really nice. And also quite a few buckets of powdered snow, but that's besides the point. We have the resources to start building. Also, I've gotten multiple tridents. I've also been handing out spyglasses around the server. So Riley and Sarah have them, and now Max and Ethan has them. Landon also had it. So he's just kind of over there in a hole. But for now, it's kind of just, this is where we're chilling for now. And setting up the base in the water right over here. Now, you're probably wondering, what kind of base are you setting up? Well, it's going to be a giant hexagon underwater. Because one of our main focus for this season, or, well, kind of multiplayer series, I'm not sure how many seasons we'll have. Maybe it just be 1, or who the heck knows? Maybe it'll be, like, 7. We seriously need to move to Java so I can get Optifine Zoom, because this is making me lose my mind. Anyways, yeah, we got some problems with drowns, honestly. Yep, thanks, Max, for sleeping through the night. Oh, fishing rod. That's actually kind of nice. But I have been getting some Nautilus shells and stuff, so eventually we do need to go out and attempt to get a conduit, which isn't going to be too terrible. I have most of the shells right now. I have none in there. I have 2 in there, but I have 3 in there, so I'm at 5. And yeah, 5 apparently, just 5. So we're not doing too bad. Honestly, by the time I finish building underwater here, we probably will have all the Nautilus shells we're going to need. So I'm going to try doing a little bit of a different kind of time lapse, more of a montage of small clips. I've been watching Gemini Tay recently, and honestly, I'm thinking, that montage style actually isn't too bad. So we're going to try that. So, yeah, let's go. And after that little montage, we're now done. Now, I do kind of want to have a different entrance to this. Currently, we just have a door in the background there, if you can see that. But it is done. It is quite large, and it is quite well lit up. Well, decently lit up. I am thinking possibly in the future, when we get end rods, kind of doing this strip just of end rods. But that would be in the future. But this is our base. It is also modular, and we will be adding more of these in the future, just to more or less expand what we can do. Like, one may have this particular farm in it, or another one may have another particular farm in it. One of the ones we're going to be doing next definitely is a cactus farm, because we use a lot of cyan terracotta here. And I mean a lot of cyan terracotta. Anyways, one of the main things, and I'm really happy about this, is honestly, it's 1, the honeycomb design, and 2, is it kind of looks like a gemstone. If we get more further above it, it'll look more like a gemstone, but I just haven't been able to get a good angle. But for the thumbnail, I bet there is definitely a good angle. But that's a future me problem. But if we do come outside of this, It's just a small swim to shore, and then we can take a look at the full thing. I'm just going to break my sugarcane. I don't need this. I picked up a lot of sugarcane. Me and Max earlier were out exploring to get payload for his base, which is coming along over there. I definitely have been doing some stuff here. I have this set up for some extra lava because fuel's expensive, and also the bees. So, yeah, Max is just honestly turning this into a little bit of a waste in a forest, and he has this giant hole over there. I'm not really going to spoil it. He's not recording or anything, but maybe Ethan or Riley will put in his video. We'll probably go over and deal with stuff with Max anyways. But yeah, so his chest and stuff just here. Don't worry about the skulk here. I found a deep dark under where Ethan's base was when delivering his present and also going to meet up with Max. Max then moved over here. Stuff happened off camera. I wasn't really recording, but that's kind of how it was going. So, I ended up getting a Skulk Catalyst and no Skulk Sensor, so I ended up just kind of killing some mobs right here till I got a Skulk Sensor. I had a Skulk Sensor, and now it's a calibrated Skulk Sensor, so we can eventually do the door, but that'll come later. Anyways, it does look amazing, and I'm very proud of this. It is very large on the inside, and it'll be able to hold everything that we can definitely have. We're going to need a lot of chests, but one of the main things I want to do is also get the level 30 enchanter set up. I'm level 33, so I can do 2 level 30 enchants, which is very nice. And also, we do have a lot of lava, and I need to go to the Nether to get quartz. Now, technically, I did go to the Nether and get some quartz when me and Max were exploring. We passed Riley's base all the way over there, and he had another portal set up. So we did technically get some quartz. Where did I put it? I believe it's in this chest. Yeah, I did get 9 quartz. Their part of the Nether was a mess, so I didn't really do much exploring there. Let's get some more honey from the bees. I've been working a lot on this off camera, as you can see, by 18 honey blocks. That's a lot of honey. I also have a lot more of this. And there was a lot of grinding off camera, as you can see. Also, I did find a mob spawner. It's a zombie spawner. It's like somewhere over that way. It's not too far. And I got other side. So we'll probably turn that into a skulk farm. So there was obviously a lot of off-camera grinding because I have a lot of this. It was very annoying dealing with all of that down there due to the excessive amounts of drowns. But we are doing pretty good. I am halfway there technically on a partial conduit in terms of sea lanterns. So we may go out and do more of that. Or I may take honey, bring some milk, buckets, and go to an ocean monument to get the last little bit. I don't know. I do also have still 7 pieces of TNT from a temple. We used a couple to try to get some Hearts of the Seas because, oh gosh, on Java it's easy, on Bedrock, oh good luck. But that's essentially it from this kind of build perspective at the moment. But I want to set up another portal right about here. Now, we possibly have Victoria joining us sometime soon. She is a member that has not joined the server yet, but is in the Discord server that is kind of yet to been able to play due to life. Life is busy, and she's chaotic. It's going to be fun. So, between the combination of Landon over there, Max over there, and Victoria probably being over here or possibly over there, this area is going to be quite good. So, I think we're going to set up... I can get rid of my roses now, because we'll be moving down soon. I think, actually, we'll just kind of place these off to the side. More over here for now, but I think it's going to be a smart idea if we just quick set... What do you want? Max, what do you want? What is Max doing? Does he want me to harvest sand? Oh my gosh, he's harvesting sand from over there. He's not going to the desert that's right over there. He has a wandering trader, which, what does the wandering trader have? I don't know. But what does he want me to do? I don't know. Okay, can buy invisibility potion. That's funny. I don't have the emeralds right now, but look in general. What on earth did this man send me? The answer is he got a lot of sand. I'm not impressed, honestly. I find more sand than this man has in his inventory. But, whatever. Back to what I was going to discuss before Max rudely interrupted me by punching me. I want to set the nether portal. Right here. So I think... right here, we're going to set the nether portal. And it is now done. So, all that is left to do is light it. Honestly, I'm concerned on what's on the other side. Hopefully a Soul Sand Valley. I need a lot of bone meal. I can kind of work with this, I guess. This isn't good. There's soul sand down there, so... oh, crap. Sheesh. Also, can I not be on fire? Thank you, game. That's... I thought not hit you. There we go. Oh. That works quite nicely. And we can have tears. I guess we have 2 music discs. Maybe the next diamond we get, we put into... oh, no. Let me through. Let me through. Let me through. Oh, that's bad. Huh. Well, I know Max is on the other side, so he has to deal with that now. Huh. You know what? I'm just gonna let that clear out a little there. And I'm just gonna create a little protected zone, maybe. Maybe that's a good idea. Create a little protected zone. I have gold armor, so I probably should be using some of that. Yeah. Maybe a good idea. We use the gold armor. But for now, Max should have dealt with them by now. I see 2 of the 4, or technically 5. 3 of the 5, I guess you could say, in nether biomes. Anyways. Oh no. That was very bad. Very bad. Max, you did not deal with them. How were these not dealt with? I don't think they got sent through until I got sent through the portal. That's good. Anyways. I think off camera, I'm going to do moving everything down. And then I think at the beginning, either of episode 2, or a little bonus clip at the end of this episode, we'll do the enchanting. But it's been like 3 days on the server, and it's almost day 4. It's late when I'm recording this, but it shouldn't be too bad. So, we'll see exactly what happens in the next episode. Later. Let's see what we get from enchanting. Now, I already looked, and Silk Touch is on Iron Shot. That's not bad. I would have preferred Unbreaking. Trident. Okay, Impaling 5 is pretty good, honestly. I have no complaints about that. It's only missing Channeling and Mending. Now, technically, we do have another Trident here. This one we're going to try to get Riptide. Unbreaking 3, we're going to keep rolling till we get Riptide. But in the meantime, what do we get on something like a sword? Okay, Looting 2 is pretty good. Sharpness 3. Fortune 2. Silk Touch back there. I don't know, man. Maybe we get more Silk Touch pickaxes. Who knows? Let's I guess, get another Silk Touch then. Because honestly, it don't hurt. It don't hurt nothing. So, what do we have? Another Silk Touch? Unbreaking 3. Well, we tried.